Okay, we are moving on to geography. All right, so have your mamas find your best Africa map and then show that to your mama. Now, so far, you have the Northern Africa, Western Africa, Middle Africa, and we added Eastern to it. So we're almost done with the big continent of Africa. But find your best one that you did this week and have your mama check that one. And then we are going to, we're going to draw, so you're going to pause the video in a minute, but you're going to draw all of those from memory using the 2-ink method. This is not your assessment. This is just, what do I truly know from memory right now? Everything that I know from Africa, all my ability to draw the countries, labeling them, the country itself, the capital on it, any features that we have. I want everything that you have from Africa that you know so far. So get your pencil, get a blank piece of paper out, if it's printer paper or if it's in a, actually do a blank piece of paper. It may be best if you have it separate so then your mama and you can see that it is a little bit different than what we're just practicing in our day-to-day reviewing and drawing of it. So you can write in class on it, and the date 3/24 of 20 is today's date. Make sure that's right. Yeah. And then get two colors of ink. I'm sorry, not 2 colors of ink. One pencil and then a different color, and we'll do the 2-color method. And then draw, starting with our Northern Africa, and include Northern, Western, Middle, and Eastern, all from memory. Okay, so I want you to do that, and then come back to the video to finish what I'm introducing next. So pause the video now and draw from memory using the 2-ink method, and then go back and correct it, and then come back to the video. Okay? All right, so I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so hopefully you have you remembered a lot about Africa. Now there's a good chance that you've left some out, and I've hoped that you've gone back and corrected that with a different color so you can kind of know where this week you need to spend some time and hone in. We are taking our full assessment on Africa next week. So next week is week 11. So we are adding the smallest part of it, the very bottom, the Southern Africa this week, and then you're going to be drawing all of it together. So include that, just that, as we practice the southern tip of Africa, working on that by itself also to kind of hammer those in. But then I will have Jackson doing a map a day of the entire Africa, including the southern part. So because we just want to hammer this home. This is a large continent, and it's kind of getting to the end where we have all this other information in our brain, so it's a little bit harder to hold on to. So we just want to keep hammering it home, spending that full hour in geography each day. So, like I said, we're in the southern tip of Africa. I am going to be on page 183 of our guide. We have... okay, so 183, let's go over these. They've got some crazy names too of these last 5 countries of Africa. Okay, so we have Namibia and Windhoek, Botswana, Gaborone, South Africa. South Africa has 3 capitals. We have Pretoria, Bloemfontein, and Cape Town. Okay, so those 3 will be, that South Africa will have 3 capitals that will have to be said. Swaziland, Mbabane, it has an M and a B together, so and then a B, M-B-A-B-A-N-E. Mbabane, and Lobamba. And then we have Lesotho, Masura. Okay, so those are our last 5. We'll add those to our large continent of Africa and kind of hammer those in and get those put away for this year. So continue to review. I'll send your mamas a suggested schedule, and they can look at that and see if they want you to follow that, because we want to review. We don't want to lose anything we've drilled and hammered in so far. We want to keep that Canada, that USA, that Central America, the Caribbean, South America, Europe, Asia. We want to keep all those in and keep those sharp. And like I said earlier, the brain is an amazing organ, but it is also very smart. And if it's not using something, it can purge it quickly. And then it has to work harder to put it in there. So we don't want that to happen. So just continue to review, just kind of keeping that cyclical, revisiting it here and there. And typically when you have something mastered, just reviewing it once a week keeps it in the brain to go, okay, I'll keep a hold of that. So don't lose it yet. So the GOB, how we're doing that, I know this is the highlight of our geography day, and not being able to do that. Now I know that's kind of hard, but what I would like for you to do is have your mom or your dad start on page 182 where we just finished last week with Eastern Africa. Start at the bottom and work your way back up through Eastern to Middle. So it gives us the freshest or the newest material, working our way back to the oldest material. And then just see where you stop at, and just keep going, and then making notes of all that you miss, and maybe pull those flashcards out to kind of work on those in particular to make sure you have those capitals to those countries. So not sure how we will work this out at the end of the year with our GOB. I still plan on having a GOB, and we'll figure that out as we get closer to that, and kind of see how that and where that's going to need to be. But still working on drilling your capitals with your country. So don't forget the part. So you're drawing and labeling with your features also, and drilling your capitals with your flashcards in on Quizlet. Okay, so let's look at our Southern Africa map. Let's pull that up. Okay, so we're in this bottom green part right here, these last 5 countries. And then the features that you have for here are the Cape of Good Hope, the Kalahari Desert, and the Tropic of Capricorn. So let's see. So we have the Cape of Good Hope, that's that one right there. The Kalahari Desert right in there, and then the Tropic of Capricorn coming right in there. That's a one of our lines of meridian that we talked about in foundations when we were in that. So that kind of cuts through the bottom of South Africa. Okay, so this week, Southern Africa, adding it to the rest of our continent. We finished this continent up this week, and we have our final assessment on the full continent of Africa next Tuesday on week 11. So just have your mamas look for the review schedule that I'll send, and hopefully that helps you to just keep it all in there. All right, I think that's it for geography, and we will see you in our last video. I think our next video is Latin, our last one for today. Bye, guys.